What up, YouTube? So today is going to be part 4 of the Dc2 Integra k20z1 California State referee, and today it's time to start seeing what we're going to need to order as far as the power steering, mounting up the radiator, getting the wiring harness inside of the car connected to the ECU, and pretty much get everything set up to start getting this car started up. We got to run our fuel line. I got to get some grounds on here. Pretty much that's the thing to get it started. So wiring, grounds, and fuel should get it to start up. So that's what we're going to be knocking out on this video, and maybe some little stuff that we have here just to kind of get this car going along so we can get this car finished. We also have to get some 02 to 04 cables, because the 05, 06, they have like little weights on them. I'll probably show you guys later, but yeah, they don't work. They actually hit the box, so I'm gonna get some 02 to 04s, and yeah, just get everything pretty much ready to get started on this car. So right now I'm gonna install the power steering pump so we can close the hood, and that's just 212s right here. We're just gonna see if the bolts, make sure it bolts up and it doesn't hit the hood. Then we don't have to get the relocator kit. We can just order the line. And then I want to put the exhaust manifold on here so I can show you guys why you have to actually tilt the engine. And if you don't tilt the engine, it'll actually be, like I said, facing the firewall. So we'll get that mounted up as well. And then pretty much, yeah, we'll just start from there, and then we'll come back and see what we're gonna do next. All right, so we're back now. We got the power steering pump. It actually clears perfectly since the Integra has a little bit longer of a slope of a hood. I assume that it would. I know the EK for sure has a lot more space since the motor sits down a little bit. But yeah, we got that on there, so that's good. We can run power steering without the relocator kit. I got the exhaust manifold on here also. So if you do not tilt the engine, the exhaust manifold, as you can see how close it is already, even with the tilt, it literally would be like on top of the actual rack and pinion, so you wouldn't be able to get a downpipe on there at all. So, and this is another angle. Pretty much you guys can see how the bracketry for the tilt, and how I only use one bolt at the bottom. But next thing, we're gonna try to test fit the radiator. I've noticed this thing's kind of buckled under here, so hopefully it still fits the same. It should fit all right. It's pretty much the same exact size as the Integra radiator, so should bolt right on as far as that. We're gonna do that next, and then we're gonna go ahead and probably start going inside and start taking apart the glove box so we can get to the condenser and the fan. We have to take that out, and we'll start running our engine harness in here and connecting our computer, and then I'll show you guys what we're gonna have to do to the E-plug. I like to run the conversion harness since I know exactly what I'm doing, but I'll show you guys a little bit. I can't really give out too much secrets now that I'm doing the swap a lot more, and I really just don't wanna give out too much information unless you're gonna pay for it now, because I think that ought to be fair to the customers who are actually paying for the swap itself. So if you do want help, from now on I will be charging. So they don't really make too many harnesses that I trust, so I like to go with Hybrid Racing. So after this, we test fit the radiator. We'll come back and I kind of go over how I do it, but if you don't know exactly, it probably wouldn't be the best way. I would probably run all stock and, you know, do it wire by wire. But anyway, we'll get to that later. We're gonna go ahead and try to do this radiator, make sure it fits in smooth with the fan, and we'll come back and see what we're gonna do next. All right, guys, so we're back, and I got the radiator test fitted just to see how it's gonna fit. So that's in here pretty good. Just gotta get the lower radiator hose on here and figure out the fan, and that'll be okay. But next thing we're getting to is pretty much the harness. So I took out the glove box and everything. Show you guys that. So we got the box out, the AC condenser, and the fan. which pretty much got us to running the stock engine harness in here. So that's just the A and B plug. And then as far as the conversion harness part, it's gonna be, this is gonna go into the conversion from the factory ECU, for the factory wiring harness, and then the E plug. So this harness right here is literally made only for an 02 to 04. So you do have to do a lot of different things from 05 to 06 to switch over. So that's mainly all the wires you have to do to switch over. It's going to be on this plug. I got the smog wires coming out of here, and then I wired up the K20z immobilizer on here. And now we just have to tap in for our MIL, what's our check engine light, our ELD, electronic load detector, and our fuel pump. So that'd be these three wires right here. These two wires going here, those are your O2 sensors, so I ran those out through here. Other than that, always make sure, guys, I know it's a simple thing, but the E plug and the A plug, this one right here and this one right here, can be put in the same spot, so they're both the same plug. So just make sure your harness A and B are always connected together, and your E plug is always going to be by itself. So I also got the alternator wire connected, so this blue white wire taps into B10 on the B plug. So I got that done. Next, I'm going to be running this to the underside of the dash, so it basically goes all the way up to the tower up there, and this is going to plug into that. And then we have our temperature sensor and fan switch wire, which I kind of just wired up, taped up, so I could run that inside of the engine compartment. So yeah, I'm gonna go start knocking that out right now and getting this all cleaned up, and then we'll come back and see what we're gonna do next. All right, guys, so we're back now, and we did a little bit more stuff. So I went and got the reservoir on here and make sure to see if that's gonna clear. If not, we'll have to relocate that. We pretty much got the wiring all ran, the battery's back connected. I got my fan and temp, so my temp sensor is just gonna be tapped in right here. And then since this is an RSX radiator, we're just gonna use the factory fan switch off of here. We don't have to buy the lower mounted fan switch for the hose. I'll show you guys real fast the inside. So we got pretty much everything mocked up. Everything's over here is good. Then I can show you guys where the other side of the harness went. You can't really see, but that's it right there. So this plugs right into there. That's pretty much it. So other than the shifter box, which we'll probably be doing on the next video, which will be running a hybrid racing shifter box in here, direct bolt-on, so no cutting or anything. We also got the half shaft in here. Went ahead and installed that. And we got our fuel line, evap on here. Pretty much almost ready for the start, but I am waiting for a couple things. We're gonna be getting a new TPS on here. We'll get the intake on here. The line, this line isn't actually gonna be the one that we're using. We had to get another line kit just because this is for the actual car itself, not the swap kit. So we're getting that ordered. And then we just got to get our grounds and everything. And this car will be started for sure on the next video. And hopefully after that we can get this thing on the streets so we can get the bar complete. Other than that, if you haven't liked, share, subscribe, comment, let me know what you guys think. Stay tuned for the next video where we get this thing started up.